Yeah, Julia, it's hard to even put into a little sound bite what I got out of the teacher training program because I feel like there are professional pieces, but there are also deeply personal pieces that I'm still kind of feeling my way through, and it's beautiful. I mean, when I think about the professional aspect, though, I I honestly wasn't expecting a songwriting component that was so deep and thorough and really effective. I enjoyed the collaborative approach. You've got such a breadth of knowledge and experience in that area, and you broke it down in a way that was understandable for folks who didn't have the songwriting experience like I did. And we were able to work together in a really non-judgmental, non-competitive, very collaborative environment. And the song that came from it, not only did I think was a cool song, it was deeply personal, and that was, I think, part of the magic was your ability to help us connect with a genuine emotion, a genuine aspect of self, and then take it and put it into words, and then find that melody, because every set of words has a melody that it wants to express. And I think part of the magic of songwriting is, if you come up with the words first, is helping those words find the melody, or vice versa. If you come up with a melody, then letting the melody teach you what the words need to be. And so, yeah, the songwriting piece was an unexpected gift, and really a joy. And then the personal impact. I mean, the emotional depth that I was able to explore and identify and ultimately release was powerful, because let's face it, our voice is a lot of both what helps us create and shape in our world, but it's also a lot of what prevents us from creating and shaping the reality in the world that we want to inhabit. And that, while a little bit uncomfortable sometimes, was ultimately, gosh, liberating, powerful, and yeah, a gift. I'm more in tune with my entire body since going through that process, and I was always a person who was very much in their head. So this voice work has helped me really embody and get in touch with my physicality, my energy system, all of that. That's been, man, that's been magic. The listen, I've had voice lessons before. I went to a voice teacher here in the U.S. Very, very talented, experienced voice teacher, but it was in person, and man, it brought up everything, and I didn't have the tools or the awareness to work through it, so it wasn't what I would have looked at as a productive experience. But by going through that emotional work, that release work, it helped me transcend and burn through a lot of those blocks. And then I had a singing lesson with Madeline, and it was the best singing lesson that I have ever experienced, because you all just have this ability to make people feel comfortable and seen, and there's no judgment. Yeah, there's nothing negative. And so I was able to really sing in front of another human in a way that I don't know if I ever have before. So that's a huge gift. Not counting all the technical expertise and knowledge that I've gained from you. So yeah, this is that we haven't even gotten into the way I might use this professionally moving forward. I'm still working through all that. It's been so transformational, though, on many levels, that alone makes it an invaluable gift. It's funny because one of the themes that I was working through personally this year was unencumbering myself from this belief that perfection was A, possible, and B, required for me to feel validated. And so it dovetailed perfectly with how you teach, and that idea that it's presence, it's not perfection. And that was a very, very liberating process to go through, and it has stuck. It's not like there's old stuff popping up and going, well, yeah, that was cool while it lasted, but now I'm back where I started. No, this has been a permanent transformation, and that's really exciting.
So, if someone was sitting on the fence, what would you say to them if they were thinking about doing this?
Well, the first thing I would say is clearly trust your own heart. Really tune into what it is that calls to you. Why are you on the fence in the first place? You had to get up on that fence for a reason. And so if that inner voice and that inner knowing got you up on that fence, then the real question is, what is it? Why? Because we can come up with a million reasons why not, but we only need one reason why to. And that has to come from inside. It's not about pleasing your parents or because you think it might help you make more money or all these other things, although the money piece is nice. It really has to be something that is an internal calling. And so I would say that if you're just looking for some technical tips on how to sing a run better, this might not be for you. But if you are wanting to literally become a more full embodiment of who you are as a human being and also really improve your singing, what the hell are you waiting for?
Beautiful. Thank you, Brian. Is
Yeah,
there anything else you wanted to finish off with?
Julia, I'm so grateful that you had the courage to follow your vision to create this, because I know it took a lot of effort, a lot of expense, a lot of time, the blood, sweat, and tears, all of it, to create what you have created. But it truly is unique. I've looked at other sound programs, voice programs, singing programs. There is nothing out there like this. Nothing. There is nothing that has the combination of curriculum, online components, human professional support. It doesn't exist. And for it to be available to everyone at any time is a gift. You don't have to go somewhere and sit in a little waiting room and have an in-person session that you may or may not like. You've got everything you need right here with the hub and with Julia to truly transform yourself. And our voices are our keys to creation. They are literally our keys to unlocking this reality, because everything is vibration, everything is frequency, and that is ultimately what sound is. So that's what I got to say.